There we go. And it's open! It's open! Look at that. Beautiful. Oh no, never mind. It's still closed. God damn it. Got my hopes up too early. So what else do I want to do then? I couldn't find anything to do at the dome. Just gonna sit for a little while and think and drink a little bit of water here. So I found nothing to do in the dome itself other than switching two levers, moving some kind of platform, it seemed. We have the spaceship, but I'm not able to open the hatch. We have 3 eyeballs making different sounds, with the symbols representing number 2, 3, and 5. We have found a blue button that doesn't do anything for us. We have found one location where we can tap water, but the pressure is too low to actually do something for us. We have a fan which we cannot stop. But we have to stop the fan in order to climb through that pipe, it seems. For now I feel a little bit lost, so I'm just gonna rotate the room here, just to make sure no one walks up on us, because now it's closed and no one will be able to see that I'm actually here. We've been in here as far as I can remember. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a look in the book here. And we're gonna do some reading today, just to see what's going on in this book. Because I never read the book. So I will take maybe in the next 10 or 15 minutes just reading this book here. And we'll see what's going on. This book is telling me the history of Riven. Because we got the book from Atrus at the beginning of the stream yesterday, and he said something like this: the history of Riven is in this book, and most of what you need to know. It's most of what you need to know. Something like that is what he said when he handed us the book. So I think I'll just do a little bit of reading to see what's going on here. They held for more than 30 years, but the corrections I made to Riven have finally failed. The island has resumed the familiar pattern of decay that is the hallmark of my father's work. My father's work? I wonder if Gen is Atrus' father. I must now race to implement this new patch before it's too late. I only hope that my revised theories are sound. Revisions to Riven completed. There are still a number of minor adjustments which need to be made, but the basic corrections have been entered and should be working. Something's not right though. I've been monitoring the instruments for several hours now, but have thus far observed no change. It's possible that I made an error, though I've checked my entry against my prenotion and can find no discrepancy. I've not had a rest in nearly 3 days, so it may be that I'm just not seeing it. If the fault is with my foundational assumptions, however, perhaps after a short rest I will see something. And every now and again, when I'm flicking the pages, it makes twice, like had I clicked it twice, but I'm actually only clicking once every time. Anyhow, success! It appears that my repairs have been effective after all. The gateway image has become noticeably clearer, and although it is impossible to know this with absolute certainty, the island seems to have quieted itself. Just a few more weeks of work and I should be free, at last, to go there myself and attempt to bring Catherine back. The past 8 months have left me a little time to think, to devise a strategy for getting her out of there. I received no sign from her in all that time. I'm afraid that... No, I must assume that she is all right, lest my fears undermine my efforts to bring her back. I did not create the Age of Riven, unlike my father. I have never presumed to have such power, and yet the future of all those who live there has fallen into my hands. So far I managed to read the page before it turns. The island continues to appear stable, and I would like to believe that I have saved my dying world. But the theories of one individual cannot support the lives of real people indefinitely. I must get everything off of Riven as soon as possible. The problem now is Gen. I'll never be able to rescue Catherine and relocate the islanders if he is still the man he once was. I haven't seen him in over 30 years, but his history forces me to assume that he is still a threat. His myopine missions to restore the Dene civilization has left too many innocent... Oh, hello there, Tech Rock. Haven't seen you in ages, man. Wow, how you doing? And thank you for the host. Ever so kind of you. How are you doing, Tech Rock? We're currently reading through the history of Riven, which is Myst 2, the sequel to Myst. Hold on while I'm reading through the last few pages here, please. I haven't seen him in over 30 years, but his history forces me to assume that he is still a threat. His myopine, whatever it says right there, mission to restore the Dene civilization has left too many innocent cultures dying in its wake, and would continue to do so were he to once again be free of the confines of Riven, or the Fifth Age, as he coldly titled it. The Fifth Age. I'm gonna write that down. Riven, the Fifth Age. I'll write that on the page here. Riven equals the Fifth Age. I'm taking notes in a regular notebook here, Tech Rock. That might be why you hear scribbling noises as I write it down. Ages. Come on, the puns. Exactly. I haven't seen you in ages, Tech Rock. Not even the fifth one. Let's see here. The Fifth Age is the cold title. The universe has been safe from his corruption's influence from the last 33 years because no one has been able to leave that age. The last linking book out of Riven having been lost in the star fissure upon my return to Myst. That was my intention, to maroon my father on Riven. My father. So he's actually saying it. On Riven by removing all the existing link to the other worlds. And since the art of construction books had long been lost with the fall of the Dene, he would be trapped there for the remains of his lifetime and effectively segregated from the countless other worlds that he would have invaded. So he's actually saying, if I'm reading this correctly, that Gen is his father. Okay. Note taking OP, exactly, Tech Rock, exactly. He would be trapped there for the remainder of his lifetime. Okay, I only clicked once, please. In effect, that is what we achieved. But the way it fell, however, was no one's ideal. Though the sting of the incident has gradually faded from my memory, the deep pain of the responsibility for what actually came to be has never left me. At the time it all seemed so clear. Gen's destructive path could not be allowed to continue. But it was never my choice that the innocent inhabitants of Riven, who had already suffered so much, would be the ones to pay for it. Enough. To dwell in the past is to die in the present. The situation is not the same as it was then. The knowledge I acquired in the years since that time has yet to be applied to this problem. I think I have the solution. Why it did not occur to me sooner, I do not know, unless the idea of it had been pushed out with the thought of my sons. Oh yeah, the sons. I do not know unless the idea of it had been pushed out with the thought of my sons. A prison book. Many years ago, during a hunting expedition, through the ruins of Dine, I checked upon the formula for a most unusual type of book. Unfortunately, due to the fact that my father was then in the habit of confiscating my discoveries, I was forced to leave it behind. Years later, however, as part of my efforts to protect the the vulnerable worlds linked to the books in my library, I was pleased to find that I could still recall most of the formula, and with little experimentation quickly succeeded in creating one of these devices myself. The procedure is actually quite simple. By altering key lines of text but slightly, a normal link in book's connection can be partially severed, such that anyone who attempts to use the book will be permanently trapped in the dark void of the link. That is, unless someone else then uses the book, at which point that person would become trapped and the first person displaced back into the world. The technique can be applied to books that have already been written, changes to the original text being so slight that anyone who is unfamiliar with the code will be unable to detect them. If indeed my father has not changed, what better bait could there be than a book that appeared to be a link back here to Denny? Okay, so that's why I got the book. I understand now. Wonderful. Good thinking there. I only clicked once, please. Trouble. My nightly analysis of the island's condition has revealed that the tremors have begun again. The pattern, however, is new. The disturbances are the result of the changes I have made. This did not at first concern me, however. Tremors of this type were one of the possible side effects that I had anticipated during this initial phase of the island's readjustment. Still, in order to verify my assumptions, I decided to calculate again, incorporating the new data. The results were not what I expected. The damage to the understructure is more extensive than I'd realized. I can no longer go to Riven as planned. Catherine, forgive me. I must act while I still have the time. The signs are barely visible, but there's no question that the island's deterioration is accelerating. Total collapse is imminent unless I can keep ahead, and that is becoming increasingly difficult to do. With every passing moment, I gain a clear picture of the incredible chaos that my father's economy of words has yielded. But it is a dismaying process. The complexity of the problem is overwhelming. There is no end to this. The last few days have all but convinced me that the collapse of Riven is inevitable, and that at best. I can only strive to delay it now, and hope that at some point the island will become stable enough to risk a rescue attempt. Oh, I don't like the sound of that, because he sent us here, knowing that the world is more or less decaying on us. This is scary. I think I've come up with a way to subdue the tremors. It will require my exclusive attention for at least a month or two, so it may be necessary to discontinue these journal entries for a while. But he only waited for 6 days? Something truly miraculous has happened. Beyond all conceivable probabilities, someone has finally found my lost Myst linking book and has freed me from this prison. I immediately realized that this could be the solution to my dilemma, and I believe my mysterious benefactor is willing to assist me. That's us. That's us, guys. We're in the book, chat. We're in the book. I immediately realized that it could be a solution to my dilemma, and I believe my mysterious benefactor is willing to assist me. I'm still not sure it can work. The logistics of such a scheme are formidable, but the more fact that it may now be possible for me to continue my repairs to Riven and yet proceed with my original intent to find Catherine has given me renewed hope. 3 days later, the last few days have left me little time to work out the remaining problems with sending someone else to Riven. It did occur to me, however, that if a way could be found to signal me once Gen had been captured, it would no longer be necessary to take a real linking book to Riven and risk the possibility of inevitably releasing Gen. The deteriorated state of the gateway image makes the use of a visual signal possible, but the picture remains a reliable indicator of Riven's condition nonetheless. By measuring and interpreting variations in the noise patterns, I am still able to observe basic changes that occur in the age, even though I cannot see them. The problem is that my instruments can only detect changes that occur on a fundamental level, and it seems unlikely that an individual could affect such an elementary change from within an age. The idea might be foolish. Still, there is a known weakness that may be worth investigating, an anomaly that appears as a rift between two separate systems, the star fissure. But how, or even if, this fact could be exploited, I cannot say. Sending someone to Riven also means that once I received the signal that they were ready to return, I would have to leave my writing in order to take the real linking book there myself. However, providing my father was safely out of the way, this should take very little time. After that, assuming the island does not incur much damage in my absence, it should then be a relatively simple matter to hold it together long enough for Catherine to return to Riven and evacuate the remaining islanders. Predetermining a signal without knowing the topography of the island may prove to be impossible, but I'm afraid there can only be one answer to the question of whether or not I should send my friend to Riven with a way out. Oh, this is where it talks about us again. The potential for failure will be greatly diminished if the prison book is all that is taken there. I'm sure my father is expecting me to bring a linking book to Riven. May he not be disappointed. And that's the last entry. So that didn't really tell us much about what's going on here. It didn't give me any clues about anything, really. It did give me a great deal of background story, though. And I'm also starting to make theories about the people we've met so far. I'm not gonna spoil it right now, though. The theories I have might be spoilerinos, unless you guys want me to tell you, of course. I think I want that activated, right? I feel like I do. I want to rotate it from here. Is that correct? I think so. So how are you doing, Tech Rock? I hope you're doing mighty fine. As I said, I haven't seen you in ages. So punny. But it's really nice to see you again. It's ever such a pleasure to have you dropping by. I wonder... I feel like the spaceship is the next thing I have to do something with, but I can't realize... I can't understand what. And I can't take that knife still. Ugh. Current step is to simmer for 20 minutes. I can pay a bit more attention for a bit. Oh, wonderful, Toxic. Wonderful. Can I open it now? No. Can't really do anything with this thing. We're not able to do anything with this spaceship either. Like, it doesn't change anything when I do this. It's so odd. And now I can't use the hatch. I feel like I have to open the hatch and then lower the spaceship into the hatch for whatever reason. Hiding inside our cage does nothing for us. The body's still gone. I wonder where the body went. Or who, rather, moved the body. You know? It's very odd. Oh, I didn't mean to close the door, damn it. Gotta open it again. What else is there that I have left what do you say, like unexplored? I feel like there's nothing really, nothing that I left unexplored. Yeah, skip this animation. It takes so long. That's only the eyeball we found before. That's the only thing that's over there. I really want to figure out what this button would do right here. Scare away the animals. Why not? Gonna skip that animation actually. Still can't. There was 2 animations after each other that you had to skip apparently. Gonna skip the one in the tower up here. There's actually something up there. I haven't seen that before. Some kind of house up there. I wanna go over to the tower again. Wait, did I leave the boat over here or not? I don't remember. Did I leave the boat here? God damn it, I'll leave it at the docks. God damn it. So I want to try once again, go over to the tower and see if I can actually activate the swing with my hands. Nothing over here as far as I can tell. So let's go over to the docks. Let's see. Rotate this thing. And straight ahead twice, I think, is how you got to the tower. I think that's the case at least. Just go straight ahead twice and you got to the tower. I feel like that's what's going on at least. Went for way longer than I thought. Is this really the tower? I'm not too sure right now. Oh, but it is the tower. Wonderful. So that did bring me to the tower. Nice. Where Where's the swing? There it is. I'm just gonna try it and see if we can actually activate the swing. I'm not expecting us to. I feel like we've tried it before. But there is a section here where I get a video playing and my mouse activates again, but nothing happens. This is so odd. I don't know what to do here. Whoa, what's that sound? Can I look up? I can. Like, look, there's something up there. Obviously, I'm supposed to be able to get up there and walk around. But I just can't figure out how to traverse this swing. I can't tell if there's a passage right there or not. Can I go straight ahead from here? I can. Where would a right turn take me here? Is that back to the platform where we lowered the boat from at the first time? I don't quite remember, but I think this is where it began. Where we lowered the boat. The very first, yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, cool. Platform. Just writing a few things here in my notebook, just because I can. Skip that animation, and now we're back at the platform, right? Yeah. Gonna save a few times here, just because I can. Just because I can. But I feel like my very tired mind, as I said, I only slept 4 hours between now and our last stream, which is about 24 hours ago since I ended it, so I am rather tired. I'm thinking about maybe quitting or stopping the stream here. Give myself a few days to rest up. Allow my mind to think about this in the background somewhere and see if I can think of new things to do. Something I haven't tried, something I overlooked. Because for now I feel somewhat stuck almost. But we have the swing. We have to find a way to go up the swing, and then we're up here. We have to find a way to stop the fan, and then we can use the fan to traverse somewhere. What else is there? The water up here. We have to find a way to change the pressure for the water, so we can actually do something with this water. Because I feel that has to be something here. If we can change the pressure right here for the water pipe going here, this will activate something. There's a pipe right here, which will do as soon as the movie stops playing. There's a pipe right here, and it might be a pipe right here. Yes, this is an eyeball. We've turned it before. This is the bug sounding eyeball. So that's this symbol right here is number 2 in the language of this village, whatever that language is. So that's the second eyeball. The one at the Monster Island has the symbol of number 5, and the one at the helicopter destination, as I call it, the transportation device, has the symbol of number 3. But we have to change the water pressure somewhere. We don't know where. We have to figure out a way to stop the fan. What else did I say? Some way to traverse the swing. Exactly. We haven't found 1 or 4 yet. So that leads me to believe there should be at least 1 and 4. So at least 5 of these eyeballs are what we are supposed to find. But I also know all the symbols up to number 10. So there might be even more. There might be 7 eyeballs remaining. We don't know yet. We will have to see. So we have the swing. We have the water right here. We have... Get that, man. I always forget. There's one more. The swing, the water. The fan. This button right here. We also have to figure out the pebble that we sent down somewhere into the underground. How to get to that location again. What to do with that pebble. And of course the spaceship. Whatever are we supposed to do with a spaceship? This one is number 3. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, that's number 3. That's the symbol for number 3 in their language. That's something we figured out last time. So I'm gonna take this ride back to the main island again. I feel like that's where I want to start off next time. I'm gonna let the animation play, and I'm gonna take an opportunity to drink a little bit of water as it plays. We're back. I just can't figure out what to do with the spaceship. I can't see whatever I'm supposed to do with the spaceship yet. And I don't think there was anything else I could do at the dome, as far as I can remember. Just gonna skip this animation for now. Gonna walk over to the dome again. We looked at this, it didn't really tell me much. I think it tells me this is place 1 though, right? Or at least 1 cube. Must be the door I am at. Should be a door right here. Oh wait, that's the one down below, right? So the door down below is 9. I gotta go to, okay, Toxic, sleep well or have a nice dinner actually, because you're eating dinner right now. And next stream will be on Thursday. There will be no streaming tomorrow. The next possible day for me to stream will be Thursday. I'm gonna save 3 times right here. And while doing so, I'm gonna take the opportunity to thank anyone who decided to participate tonight, anyone who decided to lurk around, anyone who decided to sleep to my soothing and seducing voice, huh?